The classical influence, added to the orchestral harmonies of 𝗏𝗡𝗋𝗃 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃, the harmonic progressions of jazz and the beat of samba would spontaneously produce, throughout the 1950s, a movement that would take Brazilian music to the most important stages in the world.
The 𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃 hills and halls is replaced by lighter, smoother beats. This Brazilian rhythm, to use a term from geography, takes on mammalian contours, perhaps softened by the maritimity of the South Zone. Regarding harmony, the influence of classical music added to the harmonic progressions of American jazz end up producing a sophisticated and modern harmony. It was Bossa Nova, whose lyrics no longer dealt with the tragic, the cesspool, the heartache, but spoke of nature, beauty, women, Rio de Janeiro. The rupture with the theme of the septic tank can be symbolically identified in the recording of the song 𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 in 1958 in the voice of Eliseth Cardoso.
Ai, minha tristeza e diz a ela que sem ela não pode ser.
To these young people who gathered in apartments in the South Zone, to show that new chord they had discovered, to show new compositions, joined the already renowned poet and diplomat Vinícius de Moraes. The lyrics of Vinícius de Moraes, in partnership with the music of 𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, would produce musical pearls, such as, for example, 𝗏 𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, recorded in 1956 by Odeon.
Recorded in 1956 by Odeon.
Se todos fossem iguais a você, que maravilha viver.
The sophistication of Bossa Nova harmony, in addition to adding more notes to chords, subverted traditional harmonic progressions, using harmonic substitutions and superimpositions, not limited to the harmonic field. Keeping the proportions in mind, the strangeness that occurred with the emergence of atonal music back in the early 20th century is now repeated in the 1950s, and some are starting to accuse Bossa Nova of being out of tune. In response, 𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 composed a song that was recorded in 1958 by João Gilberto. The name of the song was exactly out of tune.
Se você disser que eu desafino amor, saiba que isso em mim provoca imensa dor.
Do you know how theater and poetry were in this period of our history?
We're done here. The answer to that question is for our next video.
Okay guys, a big hug and until then.